Grand Risings, everyone. I feel the need to vent about missed investments, missed opportunities. Okay. And some people are like, you're too old to be blaming your parents. I'm not. Okay? You don't know certain things, if it wasn't taught to you. Okay, let's talk about it. In school, they don't teach you anything about credit. I think the only thing in school I learned about money was like a bank account. Like writing a deposit, a withdrawal, managing a checkbook. Like, no, you should teach people how to do their taxes, the importance of a credit score, credit cards, starting a business. But no, that is not the plan for most public schools. So, I wasn't taught any of that. And the only thing that was taught to me, because my parents are from Jamaica, is that you gotta go to school, you gotta go to school, you gotta go to school. So here I am in LPN school because my dad didn't have enough money to let me finish my bachelor's degree. So here I am at LPN school, and I'm like, okay, do I want to go back? Do I want to continue with nursing? So I'm like, okay, I'm going to continue with nursing. And then I see that there's such a big need for the medical field, the healthcare field, to be diverse. And I'm like, so many brown women are dying in pregnancy. My experience in healthcare has been horrible. I feel like maybe I should be going to medical school. I've taken a couple prereqs. I do really good. I would say I'm more of a bio brain than a chem brain, but listen, if you want to do something, you want to get it done. Until I'm realizing, like, I'm nearing my third decade of life, and what do I have for myself? What do I have that I can pass down to my children? So then I start thinking about how I was spending money. Like, okay. And how I was saving money. And it's like, I really need to change my habits. And something Dee always says to me is, it's not about what you make, it's about what you save. Now, our upbringing was completely different. He stayed with his parents until he was 27. He didn't pay one bill. He didn't do nothing. Okay? I was with my dad until I was 20. I had a job, had a car. I was renting a place. I was wasting my money. Wasting my money by renting a place. I think the first place I rented was like 8 something. Like, the majority of my money was going towards that. And then I decided I wanted a nicer place because I deserved that. So the second place I was renting was like almost $1,200. That's crazy. I could have been saving even half that, like if I wanted to get a roommate or whatever, somebody that I knew. And that was just not what I did. So, all right. Y'all know I love my numbers. You ready? If I was to save $3,000 for a year, 3 times 12 is 36, correct? 2 years is 72. $72,000 for 2 years. If I was to do that for 4 years, 72 times 2, 144. $144,000 I would have saved if I would have saved $3,000 per year times 4 years. Okay, maybe that's a bit much. Let's say I saved $2,000 per year. So 2 times 12 is 24. Let's just basically round that off to 25. 25 times 4 is 100,000 minus the 1, 2, 3, 4. So 96,000, right? Am I close? I would have saved that much. I feel like if I would have known about credit, if I would have known about starting a business, if I would have known, like, college isn't everything. it would have been different. So now I'm starting my businesses in my mid-20s. And I'm learning a lot. I'm learning so much. I feel like I learned so much more in the business world than I ever did in college. Like, you can't pass down a job to your child if it's working for somebody else. You can't pass down being a nurse. You can't pass down being a doctor. You can't pass down being a lawyer. But now, if you own your own business and you create generational wealth and this is my plan, okay? Every summer, my children will be learning something about business. And they can come to me and say, Mom, like, I'll do some managing maybe, but like my own business, my own idea, maybe I don't want that. And that's fine. But I want you to have something in real estate that can, if you say, you know what, I'm tired of working for these people. I don't want to do it no more. I need a year off to figure out what I want to do. You're still getting $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 profit from real estate. And all you have to do is manage from your phone. Okay, so the plan is every summer my children will be learning something. Credit, a business, the difference between a LLC and a nonprofit, what kind of businesses they can do, investing. Now, investing really, when you talk about D&I, that's his thing. He can tell you all this stuff, and I'm just like, I just want to know how many times leveraged is it, and how much money can I make, and do I have to check it often? Like, I really am not that good. I just want to give my kids a head start. I feel like you're supposed to give your kids a head start. I don't feel like you're supposed to have them starting from where you started. That's insanity. And I don't know why so many of my friends, they feel like that's what their family did to them. That's not good, because everybody else is setting their children up to win, and we need to be doing the same thing. So I said to myself, because I like to vacation, I like to enjoy good dinners, I like to just enjoy everything until I get to where I want to be. And that's because he works with me, so that's until D and I can get to where we want to be. We're done vacationing. Like, unless the vacation is like twice a year or once a year, less than $1,500 per person, it's not gonna happen. Like, so I'm thinking about, what can I do now that this is how much I like to relax, or you're gonna say how lazy I am. I'm thinking about, what can I do that I don't even gotta go to the post office? Like, I don't even want to mail anything. I don't want to spend all day at the post office. What can I do? I'm like, okay, I can invest more. I can invest in real estate. So my next venture, eventually, will be real estate. That's the plan. And they say, like, some people say, don't tell people your goals because it won't work out. Like, I don't like to tell people who they really don't mean me any well. You know who those people are. Or people that just want to be nosy. Like, by the time they see this, I'm already going to be where I want to be, okay? But they do say tell people what you want to do so they can hold you accountable. Like, hey, how are you coming along with those plans? And you're like, hopefully you're coming along good. The wellness tip of the day. Are you ready? Is to be mindful about your plans. So, if you know you're going to tell somebody your plans, think about it prior. Like, do they have faith in you? Do they have faith in themselves? Or are they going to kill your dreams? Like, I don't waste my time with pessimistic people. I just don't. Like, sometimes they even try to offer me advice, and I'm like, thank you very much, but I didn't ask for it. And that's as polite as I can get. Or something about running my business. They'd be like, oh, you know what you could do? And I'll ask them, well, what kind of business are you running? And they're like, no. And I'm like, so thank you for your advice, but you and I are moving in the same direction with a business plan. So I really like to stick to people who can mentor me, that are about 10 steps ahead of me. And that's not disrespectful at all, because that's like, I have some girlfriends, we're all doing the same thing. It's like, they can't mentor me, I can't mentor them. Like once in a while we may ask a question, bounce a question off each other, but actually mentoring, like, no. We're not multimillionaires. I can't mentor anybody. So I'm not going to take advice from somebody who's never started a business, ran a successful business, is currently running a successful business in the beauty industry for brown women. Because you telling me advice about other women, like, the marketing strategies are not going to be the same. So the products definitely are not going to be the same. So be mindful. Be very mindful. Be protective. Speak positive affirmations over yourself, over your life, over your business, over whatever you want to do. Maybe you just want to be financially free. Like, I don't want to be a multimillionaire. I just want to be making $200,000 a year. I just want to make $100,000 a year, and that's fine.